everyone, welcome back to the Rugby League History channel. Tonight I'll be doing my preview and tip for the 2022 Super League Grand Final. This year it's between St Helens and Leeds, two sides who know each other quite well when it comes to Grand Finals. It's been a great year and hopefully this Saturday night it's going to be a good Grand Final and a good spectacle for everyone to watch and to see. So this Grand Final between St Helens and Leeds is kicking off on Saturday night, and it's going to be kicking off at 6 o'clock at night. I'm expecting a big crowd to be there. I was looking at some of the previous crowds that both St Helens and Leeds got to the Grand Final, and I think the lowest crowd were 63,000, so I'm expecting somewhere between 65 and 70,000 people to attend there on the Saturday. So as we all know, St Helens, they finish as league leaders, Shield winners this year. Leeds finish in 5th place. St Helens only had to play Salford to make the Grand Final, and some people will say that St Helens don't deserve to be there. They got there controversially, or they cheated their way to the Grand Final, and people are entitled to their opinion. I did a review of the match. If you want to watch and see my full opinion on some of the decisions in that game, you can go ahead. But they're in the Grand Final, and as for Leeds, they've come from nowhere. Only about 2 months ago, they were about 10th, and they've won 13 of their last 18 matches under Rowan Smith, and they beat Catalan Dragons, and they also beat Wigan, upset of the season, I think, potentially one of the upsets of the season, to make the Grand Final. This is St Helens' 14th Grand Final, and for Leeds, it's going to be their 11th. Leeds do have a better record in the Grand Finals, though. In the Super League era, I should say, they've won 8 Grand Finals and they've only lost 2, whereas St Helens have won 8 Grand Finals and they've lost 5. And 3 of them, well actually 4 of them were against Leeds. 3 of them were in a row, and then there was that 1 year where they didn't play, and then they come back and then Leeds won again. So in Grand Finals, Leeds have a 4-0 advantage over St Helens in that category there. These two sides have met twice this year. The first time were in round 7. St Helens won that 26 points to 0, and then in round 16, St Helens won that match 42 points to 12. So they've only played twice this year, and St Helens have won both of those. Going into this game, even though the team news is going to be, well, the team lists are going to be announced on Thursday, I think everyone pretty much knows who's going to be playing and who isn't. For St Helens, the big news, Morgan Rose has been suspended, so he won't be there. We all know Alex Walmsley's not going to be there. Lewis Dodd's been out for the entire year. For Leeds, I was looking at some of their players that are going to be out. Rowan Smith has said that it's highly unlikely that Ash Hanley will play. David Fusatua is highly unlikely to play as well. Newman's out, and also the big one, I think, the massive blow for Leeds, where Aidan Caesar, he's out. Even though he passed his HIA in our country here in England, it's 11 days. Even if you feel fine, you still have to sit out for 11 days. So he's going to miss the Grand Final this year. Massive blow for Leeds there. There's a lot of, I think, final games for some of these players and coaches as well, for both St Helens and Leeds. Definitely, we all know that Christian Wolf, this is going to be his final ever match as head coach of St Helens, and there's a few players for Leeds also departing the club at the end of the year. So I think that both sides are going to want to send out players and coaches respectively on a high note. I think with this match, it's going to be, as I said last week with the Salford and St Helens match, I think it's going to be attack against defence. I think over the last couple of weeks or couple of months, Leeds' attack has been very good, and they've been racking up some scores against some teams, and they look good in attack on last Friday against Wigan. And as for Saints, as I said in that Salford preview, they've only conceded on average between 6 to 12 points all year in games, and you saw that on the Saturday there. Every time Salford got the ball, there was just a red and white wall coming to greet them, and there was always 3 or 4 in the tackle, and Salford found it really difficult to get out of their own end, and they found it really difficult to get any offloads away to really do anything. And both of their tries come off daft mistakes or daft plays by St Helens. So I think for this match, definitely, especially with Leeds, they got out to lose, because their fans and the club and the players are going to say, look, 2 months ago we were 10th, we were in a relegation scrap there, and we've just got on this crazy run of form. We've made the grand final. The pressure's more on St Helens to win the grand final. They've been the best team all year, so let's go out there and just have fun and throw the ball around, and we'll see how we go. And I think Leeds will really fancy their chances in this match. I think definitely, as I just said, the pressure is more on St Helens to win this grand final this year. They've been the best team all year, and I think a lot of bookmakers and fans alike, neutral fans, will probably be expecting St Helens to win. But it'll be interesting to see how both of these sides come out, especially in the early stages in the match. St Helens really set a platform against Salford. Can they do the same against Leeds? We'll have to see. For this match, in the Salford match, I predicted St Helens to win by 6 points. They won by 7 points. For this game, I'm going to go for St Helens to win the grand final, to win the championship this year by 4 points. I think that Leeds will leave nought in the tank. I think they'll absolutely throw everything that they've got at St Helens, but I think just Sade's defence will get them over the line in the end. For Harry Sunderland Trophy winner, if he plays like he did against Salford, I think that I could probably see Johnny Lomax winning Harry Sunderland Trophy. But on the flip side, if Leeds win the grand final this year, I think that maybe possibly you would see Blake Austin or maybe Richie Miley win the Harry Sunderland Trophy this year. So that's my tips for the Harry Sunderland Trophy winner and the Super League grand final winner. And also, I think that's it. I mean, this is probably a 2-1 favourite, but I think James Bentley, especially against his old club, you might see him spend a bit of time in the sin bin. I think he might get a yellow card, because we all know what he's like. He can't help himself. He's a bit like Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook, and I expect him to at least get into one fight. That's at the very bare minimum, but I could probably see him getting a yellow card there on the Saturday night there in the grand final. But anyways, everyone, that's been my Super League grand final preview and tip. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks to everyone that's been watching me Super League tipping videos throughout the year. I don't get as many views or much attention as I do with the NRL tipping videos, but I'd just like to say thank you to all the people that have watched one of my videos this year for the Super League competition. It's greatly appreciated, and I'll be back next year. And also stay tuned for the View from the North podcast, which is coming out tomorrow night. That's me and Just Rugby League, aka Dave. We talk about all things the English game, and we'll be previewing the grand final in more depth than what I've got in this video, so stay tuned. Anyways, this has been Rugby League History, and I'll catch us all later in the next one. Alright, tatty bye for now.